Hello and welcome to another episode of the podcast for the recently deceased. I am the boss, Hosferatu, and here with me this evening is Stephen Anthony from Dark Claw Studios. How we doing, Stephen?
Nate, we are really good. By any chance, did you get any chance to watch any movies this weekend?
I did, and I think that's what we're here to discuss. If you're with the podcast for the first time, we're going to talk about a movie, and we're going to give it a quick summary and review without spoiling anything. Then we're going to declare that we have entered Spoiler City, and you want to come back after you've seen the film. Unless you don't care about spoilers, then just watch, because either way it's entertaining. So here we go.
We are entertaining as bleep.
As the bleep.
As
Today we are discussing Ready or Not 2. Here I come. After surviving one deadly game, Grace and her sister Faith must now outrun four rival families competing for a powerful throne. Winner takes all. This is directed by Matt Bettinelli Olpin, Tyler Gillette. Written by Matt, Guy Busick, R. Christopher Murphy, starring Samara Weaving, Catherine Newton, Elijah Wood, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and a whole bunch of other Hollywood, I don't know. I don't want to call them B-listers because they're all like really, really good and recognizable.
one guy is really, really good. You're going to recognize him as the DA or the mayor from the Batman series, the Christopher Nolan Batman series.
Oh yeah. Nestor.
He was also the
Nestor
guy who didn't
Carbonell.
age and Lost. He was really good, and he was
He,
in this.
he was also Batmanuel in the Tick live action series. I am Batmanuel. He was.
Lots of knowledge that you can only get here at the podcast that recently deceased.
It also has Kevin Durand, who had a nice cameo. Had a
Yes,
Dave,
cameo's a nice way to put it.
David Cronenberg played the patriarch of the main family. He was also a very, very short role, but it was really nice to see him.
For his time on screen, what I mean, it basically summed up the entire movie. He really packed a punch.
Yeah. Oh, he was great.
And who played his son Titus? Because Titus, not a very well-known actor, at least not to me, but damn.
Yeah. Sean Hatosy. I recognize him. I don't really know where from. He's a good actor. He crushed it in this movie. Let's see if I know anything. I mean, he was a child in The Faculty in 1998.
No shit.
He's in The Pit right now. Chicago PD. Animal Kingdom is his longest series. Looks like just a lot of TV. But either
So
way,
they got a guy that they knew who they knew can act. That is terrible copy. Grace and her sister did not survive shit. Grace survived.
right?
And now she is joined by her sister to survive yet another night. And that is just some of the copy editing services that we offer here at Delco Studios or Basement Media.
Or Basement Media, IMDb. If you want to get us on the payroll, we'd be happy to write the summaries for all of the movies. As whoever writes these is fairly not good at his job.
Fairly not good and clearly making you look like a jackass. So fix your shit.
I'm going to go first. I usually let Steven go first on the summary here. Okay, Ready or Not 2. If you've seen the first one, which I have that perspective, I believe Stephen Anthony has not seen the first one.
Correct.
So he's coming in with the unique perspective of only seeing the second one.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first movie all over again. They didn't do enough to make it different enough.
Even though she's joined by her sister, who's not, I'm assuming, not mentioned at all in
Yeah,
the first one.
yeah. She told
We have
her.
not one, not two, but I think three relevant sisterly conversations throughout the movie.
Yeah, so she told her fiance that she didn't have any family, and that gets referenced in this movie, Ready or Not 2.
Right.
Somebody says, "You said you didn't have any family," and that's when the sister is like, "No, she just wishes she didn't have any family." Which actually, I feel like I've heard that in real life. Like I've heard people say that, or at least it's been said in front of, or I've seen it in other movies with sisters fighting like this, or
I know
um,
Fraser said it about his dad.
yeah, yeah. I feel like Ben Affleck might have said it about his family to someone, in some rom
It's a
com.
very it's a comedic thing to say.
Yeah,
It's a comedic way to do a retcon,
yeah.
to pull somebody in. It's funny.
Um, so the little bit of bad out of the way. It was a blast. It was so much fun. It wasn't quite as funny as the first one, but it made up for that with a lot more blood, a lot more kills, a little bit more creative too in that department, because there were so many more people involved. I had a blast. I think Samara Weaving has never put out a horror film that I've given less than a 7 to. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come gets a 7.
Ready or Not 2, Dark Horse Studios is going to give it a 7. I really want to give it an 8. I really enjoyed this movie. However, too much comedy for me. So if it's not as comedic as the first one, then I probably don't want to see that. This was just a little too heavy-handed. At a certain point, stop apologizing for who and what you are. Own up to it. Step into it. You're going to show us some, whatever, satanic, demonic, cult, witchcraft, whatever shit you're doing, then do it. You don't have to cover everything with a joke 15 seconds later. I love the humor in this movie. It's very, very dark, and it really fits what I'm figuring out Samara Weaving's acting style is. She's very good in surreal environments and making it not just believable but awesome. And how she navigates this. This is my second Samara Weaving movie, the first one being Borderline. Love them both. This is absolutely her movie. That said, cut out the comedy. This movie's an 8 the way it is. This movie's a 7.
Okay. We'll be moving on into spoiler territory. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you don't care about spoilers,
Go.
If you don't care about spoilers, just let the YouTube roll.
This movie is so good, and it deserves your price of admission.
Absolutely. Pay to see it in theaters, please, before it gets taken out. It's got a 7 overall. Oh, excuse me. It's got a 7 overall on IMDb right now, which is a very high rating for horror. Samara Weaving. They added Catherine Newton. I love Catherine Newton. Elijah Wood, who I had to wait for Spoiler Town to say this, is not a member of the family, and he looks like he's going to be a prominent one in the trailer, but he turns out to be the family's lawyer and just kind of running the game, which was a really excellent position to put Elijah Wood in.
So he was not in the first one?
No, he was not in the first one. He got to be.
He was so good in this one.
He was so good in this one. All the very, very like dry comedy. Not all of it, but most of it comes from scenes with Elijah Wood in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, he does such a great job of just deadpanning these situations. Like how does he keep a straight face when he's like standing over the altar with the headpiece on, and he's saying these like constant, just like random "Hail Satans," and then the whole crowd is "Hail Satan," like droning. Just excellent stuff.
Yeah, I thought Elijah Wood was great. The first moment that he stood out for me, I don't think I'm jumping too far ahead. They have to sign a book with a pen. The second guy to sign it says, "I'm not sure how I feel about the whole blood pen thing," and he looks at him and he's like, "Can I at least get it sanitized?" Which is a great joke. It was a great comedy, and then another deadpan look from Elijah Wood. Absolutely loved him in this movie. I'd say Samara Weaving, Elijah Wood, and then Sarah Michelle Gellar. And Sean, whatever his last name is. That's the order for me.
Yeah. I mean, Catherine Newton, was great, but she didn't have. She was great. Actually, she kind of surprised me in this movie, and it's been nice seeing her like grow in all these her horror performances almost exclusively. Like, if we can digress for just a moment, right? We got Ready or
I
Not.
literally was just about to ask you, where do I recognize her from?
So Ready or Not 2, she was in Abigail, she was in Lisa Frankenstein, she was in Freaky, which was one of her earlier movies, or earlier horror movies, I should say. She was in um, basically, well, about 6 episodes of Supernatural.
Okay,
She's Claire Novak, the female bounty hunter, demon bounty hunter.
okay, that's where I recognize her.
Yep, yep. She was her probably her biggest role before the horror stuff was she was the little girl, or not the, but like the girl who got Pikachu in Detective Pikachu.
So,
I don't know
coming
if
out of
you
this movie,
saw
you know,
that.
I was obviously I started with the B Humes and obviously talking about Samara Weaving's performance, and you just made me think of a question. It seems a lot of these actresses are just finding a home. I don't think Jenna Ortega is pigeonholed to horror, but it seems like for whatever reason, it's a lane that some actors and actresses feel comfortable in. Some, like Rachel McAdams, are happy to dip their toes in and get out. Um, Samara Weaving, I really hope somebody out there is writing a script, honestly, written for her, that is a dramatic role that can utilize everything that she has to offer. I feel like horror is the only genre that can take advantage of her range. Do you think there's a dramatic script out there for her? I know I'm asking the question that I would ask at the end of the beginning, but that's where we're
Well,
at.
I mean, she's done more than horror. Like, I'm just not very familiar with her non-horror work. Like, I think she has a TV show on HBO called. She's there. It is. Well, 3 seasons looks like of a show called Smilf.
Smilf.
Smilf. A single 20-something mom struggles to find a happy work-life balance, and it doesn't look like she's the mom. It looks like she's the friend. Um,
Waste.
yeah. Okay. Well, so she did do um, Azrael, which was a horror movie, but if you haven't seen it, it's there's almost no dialogue, and it's basically just her for the whole movie. So it was her acting is like out of this world. The movie's not very good, but she crushes it. And then she's got 2 other films coming out right now. One is all over the indie film
Circuit.
Yeah, there you go. Independent film circuit. Sure. It's called Over Your Dead Body. It is a drama, thriller. Jason Segel and Samara Weaving are married. They go to a cabin in the woods to sort out their marital strife, and she discovers that he brought her there to kill her.
Oh.
And she knocks him out, and he wakes up, and and then she starts an interrogation, and that's about all you can glean from the trailer. But yeah, I think that one's going to be fantastic. I love Jason Segel
Yeah, he's
as
really
well, so I think that can only be amazing.
That sounds fun. So, the question I have for the two of us is that if we could write a script just for her, if we could figure it out along the course of this podcast, what would it be? That's my question.
Well, I would have put her in the role of Harley Quinn
Damn, that was fast.
in the early DC stages.
Fuck yes.
I think she would have been way better than Margot Robbie. Not that,
Ooh.
not that
Ooh.
she's. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. Come on.
I would say better than Lady Gaga, and I love Lady Gaga.
Oh yeah, but I wouldn't have put her in that franchise. I think Samara Weaving is, she can do over the top, to where it feels natural. Like I
Yeah.
think that's her
Yeah.
talent, right? So
Yeah.
like even Margot Robbie, like, she's a fine actress, but she was not believable for me as Harley Quinn. It was too much of an act. I think Samara would naturally
Yeah,
fill
she would
that
like
role.
just step right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
That's what I've always thought about her, is that she would be like the perfect casting for Harlequin. Um, but yeah, they don't call me. Um,
You know what, Warner Brothers? The Haas is available,
I am available, and
and obviously that's a great idea. And if you make the mistake of not calling them, you should not make the mistake of not stealing that idea. That's an
yeah,
odd. We want to see Samara Weaving as
as
Harley
Harlequin,
Quinn.
and actually, James Gunn, since you're in charge,
Is he though,
of,
or is he on his way out?
who knows? If you're
He's
still
on his
if you're
way out.
still in charge when you see this, um, I loved Tromeo and Juliet, um, and I've followed your career since then. Tromeo and Juliet was his first film that he wrote. It was produced by Troma Films, Lloyd Kaufman, and his brother was actually in it. His brother played basically like one of the Capulets, like one of the head cousins that really goes after Romeo when they fall in love. But
Who is Samara Weaving's Harley Quinn's Joker? Yeah, Jared Leto. Or
ooh,
you go with somebody else.
yeah, right now, I'm like, it's funny. I'm so up this guy's ass. Kyle Gallner.
Who?
Kyle Gallner.
Kyle Gallner.
Yeah, give me a Kyle Gallner Joker. Oh, are you talking about existing Jokers? I mean, we'll just go with Heath Ledger because no one will ever top that performance.
I mean, I don't think Heath Ledger is available right now, so I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I like Jared Leto's from the existing ones.
Oh, I hate Jared Leto.
I loved him so much in Dallas Buyers Club. Like I loved him a lot in that movie.
No, I don't think I've ever seen anything I've enjoyed besides like Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, this it's funny because Kyle Gallner has Sean Ashmore in his Just Breathe trailer popping up on IMDb. So that's interesting. But yeah, this guy looks great. I'm obsessed with the blonde guy from Sons of Anarchy. I think he should just play everything.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
He would be. You know what I'm saying, for Samara Weaving, if she's gonna be Harley Quinn, him as the Joker, fuck, that could be brutal.
Well, we'll have to check her and Kyle Gallner's chemistry because they also just put out a movie together called Caroline, which is a bank heist chase spree thriller comedy. Maybe we'll see how it comes out. But they're the
And now that we have plugged everything except Ready or Not, very
Wow.
quickly, Haas, explain to us before we delve very deeply into this movie, because it deserves it. It's awesome. Go see it. What happened to your beard, and how come you're not joining me in the B-Yums for dinner tonight? Give the fans what they want. Tell them the BTS.
Well, so I have like a new razor, and I put the guard on, and I always do my mustache at a 3. So I dialed it to 3, and I went, brrr, and this machine's 3 is what you see.
Every other machine's 1.
Is what you see here.
It looks like a 2.
It is really tight. It is really tight.
It's very tight on your face.
So I put it to a 5 to do the rest.
Right.
And it'll
Yeah, I
just
can go thicker mustache and thinner beard. I can't go the opposite. I can't go thicker beard, thinner mustache. How do you do that?
my beard is still brown. Everything else is gray.
Okay.
So this is actually longer. You can't really tell.
So you feel the gray has to be longer to show up?
I don't know. It just looks fine. It looked fine anyway.
And your dinner plans are boring and isolationist
Yes.
because
I am.
you just got the
I just
one
got.
of the next iterations of your movie back.
No, I didn't cut my hair, Jenny. It's here. You just can't see it because of the green
It's
screen.
gray, so it doesn't show up as much. Is
Um,
the line of shit that we get.
all right. So yes, she deserved to live. The music, the score, has been delivered, and I synced it up and I watched it a couple times today, and I am making notes. And I think I'll have the final draft.
As every writer saves every ninth draft. Final, final, final,
Final,
final.
final.
Final, final, final. No, really.
No, really, this is it. Uh,
Final.
in about a week or less.
Wow.
Maybe over the weekend.
Wow.
We'll be done.
The B-Yums and I are probably going to find some kind of excuse to drive to your neck of the woods. So don't be surprised if there's a knock on your door.
As long as it's not today, I'm okay with that.
What?
Like tomorrow
Who's going to be today?
or Thursday, that would be fine. Just not
Okay,
today.
leave in the comments, does the Haas have a visitor coming over tonight? Leave your guess in the comments, and we'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of it.
No, I don't. Maybe Sal. Who knows? All right. You know, this movie was really good. We go off on these tangents for bad movies. We don't ever do this for good movies. So I apologize.
No, most of these tangents were about Samara Weaving because she
true.
is a powerhouse.
She is a powerhouse.
And I want to see her in a non-horror role that can somehow figure out how to take advantage of everything that she has to offer. I loved your Harley Quinn answer, and this movie opens up for somebody like me who didn't see the first one with her, I'm assuming, escaping the first game of hide or seek. Thank you for that exposition. Ready or Not 2. And she is going to go to the hospital and get arrested, waking up handcuffed.
Yep. And then her sister's there because she forgot to change her emergency contact.
Yep.
Forgot to change. Didn't want to change. Wasn't going to change. They have this.
Nobody ever changes that.
They have this bratty sister relationship, which is a lot of fun. But that Samara Weaving, her character, cares and loves this girl, and it's so subtle because it's literally all in the acting. It's all in the tone of the voice. It's never overt until they actually have the quit the bullshit. We might die. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry. And then the movie moves on.
And they have that conversation 2 or 3 times, and it doesn't feel like a repetition. It doesn't feel like, oh, really, you're doing this again? Like each time, it's valuable. So they definitely, for whatever reason, wanted to inject that story into this movie.
Man, Jenny's really upset that she's like, "You're not coming? I want to see the movie." Way to change the subject.
Wait, she wants to see what movie?
She wants to watch our movie.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, dude, I wasn't gonna express how I felt on the podcast, but the B-Yums and I have had exclusive first rights to everything.
Well, if you guys come over tonight, we can watch the movie, but you have to bring a small order of cauliflower wings.
It's funny because I love how I don't know when she said it, but she said exactly what I said. Why? What are you really doing tonight? That nailed it.
I don't have a hidden agenda or a list of things I do that I don't tell people.
And why does it smell like you do?
I don't know.
Why does it smell like
I don't
bullshit?
know. I get accused of this stuff all the time. People are like, "Oh no, that's not true," and I'm like, "Why would I lie to you?"
The movie is. You know what? I was just about to say something, and I was like, "No, this doesn't advance my case at all." I was going to say this movie's only 25 minutes long, and then I realized I was going to say it because the movie only feels like it's 10, 15 minutes long. It goes by so fast.
When I watched it today with the music, it was, I swear to Christ, it was 10 minutes.
Even faster, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, it was because I was sucked in. The music drew me. I was feeling emotions. I was like, I like.
So I swear I loved Ready or Not too. I loved it. This is not a Kathleen Kennedy rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Can you describe the music for us? And She Deserves to Live. Can you give it?
No, there's not words to describe it. He does very very excellent job of tugging at the heartstrings during the Suzanne and Stephanie dialogue, and the little bit he wrote for when it goes crazy. Those two times that it goes crazy, was really good. Was really, really good. I was very surprised at how good it was because I was not expecting it. I was expecting more of his score, just maybe like turned up to 11 kind of thing,
Right.
or like bigger noises, drum stuff. No, it was a whole different melody arrangement. Yeah, for those other scenes, and yeah, it all came out really, really good. There's a couple spots where I think I would make it a little quieter, because I still have to master some of the dialogue, which is going to bring the volume of that down. But yeah, it's really, really good.
In She Deserved to Live closing, I will ask the B-Yums to text you. No, but if you want cauliflower wings, fuck you, man. You need to exit the door. Get them your damn self. If you want a cup of coffee, I'll be happy to bring that shit to your house.
Oh, I'll take a cup of coffee.
Right?
All right.
So we'll figure that out. She's handcuffed. She's in the bed. There is a douchebag. We love cops. Cops are never douchebags. There's a douchebag of a cop.
This cop.
Like, he's just blatant about it. Oh,
Yeah.
you're going to talk to me. Oh, maybe you'll think about making that statement. Oh, statement. Like, I wanted Samara Weaving so badly to say, "Fuck you." There's my statement, and it never happened. But it's almost as satisfying as what does happen.
Right. So while we're getting a little sisterly catch up, keeps cutting away to the families involved in the demise of the Ladomas family, and how
none of these families were in the original one.
None of them. This story was completely fabricated so they could make a sequel. The other families, the death of the Ladomas family has triggered a clause where the David Cronenberg family, which he has twins, Titus and Ursula Danforth, that's Sean and Sarah. Basically, the eldest of all the families have to come together and play Ready or Not, or play hide and seek with Samara Weaving, and they're gonna with Grace, and they're gonna go ahead and throw in Catherine Newton, who is Faith. Just because she's there, we're gonna throw her in too. We're gonna handcuff you guys together, and that'll be a handicap even, and maybe this thing will be over in 10 minutes. Who knows?
There's a great line. I forget which villain or which billionaire oligarch says it. He's like, "Oh, Grace and Faith, Irish Catholic sisters."
Yeah.
You know, just that was a great funny line.
Yeah.
And I wish they had only kept the premium funny stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe that would have perfected the movie for me. But
too many forced
father
jokes.
is summoning Titus and Ursula when he's watching the news and there's intensifying violence in a war zone, and he picks up the phone and he says, "Okay, approve the ceasefire." And then seconds, not even, breaking news: ceasefire approved. This movie, something that I absolutely have to say about this movie. I make a very, very bad joke when I watch a movie and I call it a documentary, and it's about funny the first 2 or 3 times you hear it, and after that, not really so much. This movie is a docu-fucking-mentary. This is it.
About what crazy rich people do behind the scenes?
this is how this is firmly, I believe, and one of my podcasts just basically said the exact same thing days before I saw this movie. This is how the world works. There's a handful of billionaires that whatever. Um, are they in a satanic cult? No, of course not. Are they billionaires who don't give two flying fucks about your lives and will just as soon shoot you? No, of course. This is how. Watch Ready or Not. Now you get it. This movie was great. There is no metaphor. There is no sugar pill of truth snuck into the script. It's here it the fuck is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I loved Ready or Not for that. It cranks it up a number to me, just not all the way up to 8.
Yeah. So the rules are the eldest. So David Cronenberg would have to compete. So
Right.
Ursula and Titus suffocate him with a pillow, so that they will.
Yeah.
And
So
then
he just says, "Okay, get on with it."
yeah. And
Like,
he just accepts his fate because the family needs to keep the seat of power, and they're gonna have this unfair edge because Titus and Ursula are twins. They're the same age, so they compete.
right.
They compete together. So he feels like the Danforths are going to. Oh man, yeah. See, this is why I'm not going out. So sleepy. Um,
Cold, cold coffee.
I had a
Well, get
couple.
over that
I had a
shit.
couple coffees today.
What I like about that, they they left. They start out on these golf carts, and they only put keys in theirs.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're.
So they're cheating, or like playful cheating or whatever.
But everybody accuses them of cheating, just like, oh, I told you they'd figure out a way to cheat.
Yeah.
At first, it feels like cheating that there's two of them, but throughout the movie, that's also going to be a hindrance to them. That if they were just one person acting on their own, with the next person in succession waiting for them in like the living room, the control room, wherever the fuck they were, watching things unfold, um, they have the benefit of moving faster being on their own, whereas Ursula and Titus have to work together, and they're not exactly perfect at doing that.
Right.
The father, very early on, before the pillow smothering, slaps Titus, lets us know who he is, tells him to be a fucking man. Ursula, I'm not saying she's cold-hearted. I'm not making any comparisons to Stephanie McMahon whatsoever. She's ready to pick up the mantle. Let's go. Let's do what has to be done.
Right.
So while I get that the other families are like, they're cheating them being two of them, sometimes it worked against them. And I really, really like that being woven into the script.
Oh, absolutely. It definitely works against them towards the end.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So so it starts on the golf course. They empty out the hotel. They literally just like get on the speaker and say, "Pack up your shit and get the fuck out." And like 1,000 people have to just like leave this hotel, including a wedding that's going on. She's like, "Get the fuck out."
I like that wedding scene a lot because it's a wedding and you're just like, okay, what does this have to do with the movie? No, it's just they're showing how they don't give a shit. Yeah, they'll shit on your wedding. Like Titus walks out and he gets his finger and he scoops the wedding cake.
Yeah.
And then he picks up the phone and says, because they're not moving fast enough,
Right.
pack up your shit, get the fuck out. B. Humes taps me on the shoulder and says, that's you. True story.
Yeah, I mean, these people don't care about the refunds. They're like, they don't care about the money. They don't care about anything. They have everything they will ever need or ever want.
And in order to continue having everything, this needs to happen. You're in our way.
Right.
It's not even get out of the way, you plebes. It's you are insignificant. We don't need to we don't need to let you have a party in our backyard, to pick up the crumbs. Like, screw you.
So everybody gets together in the hotel, and Elijah Wood, the lawyer, he gives the rules. And what's great about the rules is that, what's his name? Mr. Something begins with a B, right? Belair, something like that. The ghost at the end of Ready or Not Part 1.
Didn't see it.
The guy who has blessed or cursed the family with all of these riches and power. The lawyer, which is his name in the credits, is the lawyer. He doesn't have a name. So he keeps referring to him and saying he'll be really upset, and that basically means he's going to
Yeah, what did that mean?
it means he's going to explode you and your whole family.
Okay.
And so basically, if you cheat, he'll be upset. If you accidentally kill another player,
Yeah.
he'll be very upset. Um,
Because I think she was Chinese. There's a
yes.
Chinese woman there that first sends out a drone that gets shot by the excellent marksmanship of Sarah Michelle Gellar, and that'll be the only excellent marksmanship you'll see for the
Well,
entire film.
she's using a flintlock pistol, which was notoriously had no accuracy. You could shoot that 10 feet away from someone and miss. And she shoots the drone out of the air, which was, whatever. It was fine.
No, it wasn't fine because this movie requires on two girls wake up, presumably a little foggy from having been drugged, and they're ready to go. They're handcuffed, and they're gonna defeat swords, bazookas, guns, a rifle. So
The sniper rifle, yeah.
yeah, so I understand you're inept with a gun. I get it, but with a scope. Like, come on, how inept can you possibly be?
Yeah, yeah. So one of the cool things about the rules is you can only use weapons from the decade in which your family made the deal with Mr. LaBelle. Was his name LaBelle?
Okay.
So, what's
That's
his
why
name?
Sarah Michelle Gellar has to use that
That
antique
yeah,
gun.
and the other guy has like a sword or something.
I
Uh,
was gonna say the Middle Eastern guy has like a sword and a really cool effing mask. Is there a reason why he wears that mask other than just to look badass? And cool and
Probably
scary?
just to look badass, yeah. Yeah, so Nestor Carbonell, who played Ignacio, he's got a sniper rifle. So, like,
So
modern.
presumably he got
Yeah,
the offer from LaBelle pretty late.
yeah.
Okay, good for him.
So, Kevin Durand, he is going to say, fuck the game.
Right.
Fuck everybody. I'm going to do a bunch of cocaine. Grab where's my knives? And
Yeah.
then he just shows up at the hospital before anything's even happened, and he kills the cop that we couldn't wait for him
Yeah.
to die.
Oh, so great.
He kills everybody in the hospital except
Yeah.
it looks
Two targets.
it looks like Faith and Grace are gonna get away, and that's when the elevator opens and there's the lawyer and he throws a gas grenade, and
Well,
that's when they show up at the hotel.
so Durand, who I recognized as the Blob in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie that I'm the only person on this planet that likes,
That's true.
he just explodes, and I'm like, wait, what? So if that was in the first movie,
He cheated.
I missed it. I didn't know why. I had to wait for the second combustion to figure out. Oh, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
So that perspective that I had for this movie, I really, really liked. I liked not knowing why
Yeah.
he exploded. So that was really cool.
So in the first film, she survives to dawn, and only I think one member of the family dies overnight, and so all of them explode at the end, like toof 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 toof. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah. Like a butler dies. Some of the there's like three like waitress slash hostess types. They all die. A lot. There's a handful of ancillary characters.
So how is Mr. LaBelle boofing them?
I
Are they microchipped or is it?
I think
supernatural?
it's demonic.
It's demonic. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely demonic.
Okay.
She
I
d-
figured they were microchipped, but
Yeah, LaBelle does appear before her at the end of the first movie, just like they say when it gets referenced.
okay.
So anyway, yeah, they run in the woods. They think they might have an ally. They run into Sarah Michelle Gellar in the woods, and then the brother. Then they make it back into the clubhouse, where they fight someone else. Who do they fight there?
Was it the Middle East guy with the sword?
That's where the Middle Eastern guy with the sword, but also the Chinese woman,
Chinese woman.
is there with the sword, and she tells them what's up.
And she tells them what's up, and this is I really like the excellence of the writing in this movie. any movie that sets up the rules, and I think this movie did it very well. And then does this movie, follow the rules or not? Does it pull bullshit out of its ass? I don't think this movie did. I think it followed its own rules very, very well. And she's going to take advantage of that knowledge that she has right here. But right here, right now, we're still concerned about the spontaneous combustion aspect. She grabs her hand and has her stab another villain, and you can just see the fear in her eyes. Oh shit, you made me kill another hunter. I inadvertently broke the rules.
Yeah.
So she knows she's going to explode real soon. And I'm thinking, wait, is she going to explode real soon? Does she get a hearing? It wasn't her fault. It was Samara Weaving's fault. And then very satisfying kill.
Yes. She does blow up, and then very quickly thereafter, they all realize it. The other families realize it. The ones who aren't in the game, because they're watching from like a security room.
Yeah, closed circuit TV.
And they all turn and look at her son, who's like about to eat a chicken wing, I think.
Why are you all staring at me?
And he just explodes and covers everyone in blood. And then we get the cousin,
Who's the white guy?
the cousin,
Guy?
the cousin of Ursula and Titus, Kip Danforth, played by Dan Bairn.
The best thing that he did was request a poncho.
Yeah, he asked for a poncho.
And then when he wears it in the later scenes, I'm tapping B-Ums. I'm like, he's wearing the poncho.
He's wearing the poncho.
He's wearing the poncho.
So he doesn't get covered in blood again.
Yeah, that was but I didn't know, watching the movie, I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
I was like, is there a family that I didn't see pop up? Like, whatever.
So the Chinese family is out because it was just her and the kid. The Middle Eastern guy is from England. His brother, he's next, and the brother says, "Absolutely not! I abdicate my throne to my wife."
Yeah.
And the wife's like, "Seriously?" He's like, "I'm gonna make you pay." He's like, "It's fine as long as I don't have to play this game. I don't care if you make me pay."
And if this movie is a documentary for how the world actually works, then right here it excellently shows and displays the psychology of these fucking people, who they really are,
Yeah.
and how much even the responsibility of becoming the most powerful, the closest thing to God that you can be in this existence. They even skirt that responsibility. Like it's such a sense of entitlement. There's no ambition, drive. I think Ursula is really the only one who has it. Titus is going to show that he does have it, but in a very sneakier way. But all the other villains, they each had their own motivation, and that guy was not about that life. He's happy to abdicate, renounce his responsibility, and let his wife go in and get there. And correct me if I'm wrong, is his wife the one that lost Alexander to Grace? Who was the one that was like yelling at her because she stole Alex from her?
No, that was not the wife. The wife is the one who drives through the front gate when they're there.
Yeah.
And just leaves.
Yeah.
She's not gonna play either. She just like drives away. and the lawyer is basically like, you have nothing. You're penniless. Like, she controls your entire fortune.
It was Lost. Wait, it was Lost Guy's sister, cousin, fiance, right? Because he's with somebody else, and they're like, "Oh, when is so and so showing up?" And then she shows up.
Yes, it was
Kardashian wives.
Yeah, it was his daughter.
Okay.
His daughter, and when she dies, his son takes over as well. He comes out with the two automatic pistols.
Yeah, they were driven.
Yeah, yeah, they were the whole family. Well, they were more. I guess even the father was. They were all very driven.
I was going to say she was driven though, and I didn't mind it at all. She was driven by her personal hatred for Grace for having stolen her man.
Right.
And
she was betrothed to the Ladomas fiance from the first movie.
And apparently she doesn't give a flying fuck that Grace had a really hard time with that. Why are you jealous of not having gone through what Grace went through? Like, wakey.
Right.
But that's, and that doesn't detract from the film. That's not taking it away. That adds to the film. She is that deluded. It's, she's that power thirsty, that power hungry. It's absolutely insane. And when she goes,
Oh, so good.
it is, and you know, B. Hume said the exact same thing, that they showed it in the trailer, and it was no less satisfying when they showed it in the movie.
No,
What a because you get more of the story, especially me. I had no knowledge of the first one,
yeah.
but just that relationship, how it went back and forth, and they're so cocky and they're so arrogant. What, you back for more, bitch? And Samara Weave and Grace, having leveled up and got a shotgun from a security booth, said, "Yeah, bam,
Yeah.
say hello to Alex for me, bam,
Yeah.
dead on the floor, shoot you in the fucking face." Oh man, I need to write this one down for most satisfying kill. I got a feeling this kill has legs. It should get the most satisfying kill award of 2026. We shall see.
It's definitely up there.
Oh, so good.
So, we did skip over a little bit in the section where the Chinese woman was offering them the
A son's hand in marriage.
the way out. The way out. If you marry some family member in the council, this ends.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get her to marry the son, and that's when the fight happened, and blah blah blah. We already talked about that.
And she does, in the very beginning of the movie, get on the phone as soon as she finds out the ball's in play, and she's like, "Contact my lawyers." And I'm like, "Okay, why the hell are you contacting your lawyers? Are they gonna like do something for you?" Yeah, they are. They're gonna comb through the bylaws and find a loophole, and that's the weapon that she uses first, foremost, and most often in hunting down Grace and Faith. The marriage proposal.
Right. So eventually, Faith is going to get a chance to leave, and Grace says, "Just go, just save yourself." Faith tries to leave, but she comes back and saves Grace, and then gets caught and gets the shit beat out of her by Titus, and then Grace has a chance to leave, and Faith tells her, just go. I'll save, who cares what happens to me?" And Grace starts to leave, but she can't leave, and she goes back to save her sister with her brilliant idea of she offers herself up to Titus for marriage. And
so there's some sisterly shit, right? They got a backstory. When Grace was 18 and Faith was 15, that's when they left, and one felt abandoned and one felt, they both had their reasons.
yeah,
And it's worked out over 2 or 3 conversations, which is all great. At this point, I am happy, more than happy, to watch the rest of the movie unfurl and just keep developing keep sending asshole relative after asshole relative to hunt these two down until dawn comes. I'm happy to literally sitting there eating my popcorn and enjoying this. I am loving it. And the movie goes off into I don't know if they felt, and I'm only bringing it up, I don't know if they felt like they needed to shift gears, find a new gear, do something different.
so this was the main
I'm not complaining. I liked it.
Yeah, this was the main plot point that was different from the first film. Like, the first film even skipped over the marriage. It was like, they're here to get married, and then poof, they're married, and then let's move on with the movie. So this one,
so was the first movie just all a hunt?
the whole thing was a hunt, and she did survive till dawn. So obviously in the sequel they don't want them to survive till dawn. They got to come up with something new. So they've got this marriage plot line built in. She's going to marry Titus. He's a giant piece of shit.
And I wish they didn't do that. Now that I know that, I didn't
Yeah.
mind it. I knew they were, doing something different for the sake of doing something different, but I would have been happy for the hunt. It didn't take away a point, but
I would have also preferred them surviving to morning, but the fact that Faith could have and probably would have been killed by Titus no matter what, is the the impetus behind Grace doing what she did. So it's kind of believable when you consider the characters and the situation, that it wasn't just shoehorned. It was kind of like, when you're writing, sometimes you write stuff that you might not like, but it's like what the characters would do. The characters kind of take over.
I have the exact opposite observation. I'm upset because I feel like the writers didn't let the movie be the movie. If the movie's going to be a gauntlet, a hunt, and that's it, now you're shoehorning in a clause, and now it wasn't obvious and it wasn't heavy-handed and it wasn't a bad thing. My
Yeah.
intuition is telling me they didn't do what they wanted to do, and they didn't do what the script wanted to do. So you're forcing it a little bit.
Yeah.
Grace was just so opposed to that idea, and for damn good reason. She knew, she understood, she would have to sell her soul to become one of these fucking vampires.
Right.
And not only vampires literally, I mean people who have, sold their soul for money, fame, power, whatever, access.
Sure.
And she wasn't about that life. And at first it's like, wait, you don't want to take this power and do something good with it? No, she understands there is no,
There's no good with it. Like
there's right.
your soul.
There's no amount of good intention you're going to go in with it that's going to survive.
Yeah, your soul is damned either way. So earlier there was a scene where Titus kills Ursula, and he says with a smile, "There's no rule against killing family members," which if you study writing and you study movies, you know that is going to be called back. So yeah, like immediately, like oh, that's the callback. Okay, cool.
But I still really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't hate it.
Now that we're off in this marriage loophole alternate universe of what the movie could have been,
Yeah.
He kills Ursula. I'm surprised. So Ursula goes to Grace,
Grace.
Hey, we should talk. We're gonna be family. Ursula gives a great line from the woods. She's basically explaining the system. She's like, you think you're the good guy, but there are no good guys and there are no bad guys. There's just the system.
Yeah.
Which gives me that documentary feel for this movie. And I was like, okay, they gave Sarah Michelle Gellar the line. And then she comes back later, and I know she's doing it as a power play. She knows Titus is going to win.
Right.
Grace is going to be married to her. So she's going to have to get Grace in control if she's going to have some kind of
power over Titus, yeah.
In the next iteration of her life. Is it possible that she's being authentic? And me and B. Humes talked about it. Neither one of us felt she was completely being authentic. And I thought she was weaponizing her authenticity to nevertheless, get a foothold of power in the post-Grace marriage regime.
I thought for a moment that it could have been authentic. But when you look at Titus's journey, he's kind of under the boot heel of his father, and then he's under the boot heel of his sister.
Yes.
She does smack him just like his father did.
Yes.
But by the end of the movie, he's like, don't fucking think you're ever gonna hit me again. And the look on her face is like, oh, so now that Dad's gone, maybe I can't control him. Maybe Dad was the reason I could control him, and now without Dad, he's kind of let loose, which means okay, so it is for her own survival, but also what she's saying isn't a lie. I'm not saying she's doing it for Grace. Right. She's not saying, "Hey, Grace, you're going to be miserable. This guy's a psychotic."
Right.
For Grace's protection, although she's making it look that way.
Right.
I think she was doing it to save her own ass. Yeah.
But it's nuanced, it's layered, it's complicated. There's arguments that can be made.
Oh yeah.
Going in either direction, and a lot of that comes out in the acting. Sean, Sarah, Samara, bam.
Yeah.
Knocked it right out of the park.
Out of the park.
So good.
This end sequence is excellent. As much as I also would have preferred a hunt until dawn, but but starting with the wedding. So, because someone was going to win the game and there was going to be a coronation of a new leader, all of these Satanists and their cult have come to the hotel anyway. So, because they're all already there anyway, and the wedding has been brought up, they can do the wedding and the coronation simultaneously. They get all the Satanists in the basement. They
have a wedding cake with only one thumbprint in it.
Yeah, they're getting all the rituals going. Obviously, it's held by the lawyer who officiates the wedding.
Elijah Wood is so good in this movie.
So good. I love his post Lord of the Rings career, man. He just it's like got so much money. He just does like these weird roles and weird movies where he just gets to do whatever he wants, and it's just a lot of fun. The same thing with
he's having a lot of fun, and Grace shows up with a shotgun, and he does not flinch. And so the character's name being the lawyer and the titles, Is this guy imbued with demonic ability? Why is he so fearless in the face of of the prey, now becoming a hunter? Why is he fearless at this moment?
Uh,
Boss?
if he's Mr. LaBelle's lawyer, I would assume he has some kind of power we never get to see. Like
Yeah,
let's say there's a third one. Elijah Wood returns as the lawyer, and there is a serious. The storyline is centered around him. I think.
if there's a third one, no, 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 no. There will be a third one. And unlike that Five Nights at Freddy's horse shit, I will be enthusiastic to see it.
Right. Okay. So they have the wedding. She actually gets married. They do some blood ritual.
That was a little bit of a surprise. I
Yeah.
understand, the power of the callback, but I'm like, wait,
Well,
okay, there's no Deus Ex Machina coming in here.
so
There's nothing. She's going to go through with
she
this.
she had to
How heartbreaking.
she had to wait. She had to get married to be a member of the family, so that
Yes,
it wasn't against the rules.
look at this shit, and the podcast would
Oh my God! A phone call.
spam risk.
Of course, of course. Uh, you may kiss the bride. Titus goes in hard with it, and she just
And he
stands
lets us
there and
know
takes
he's a
it.
piece of shit,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
It's a very, the word that they're using now when talking about the things is grape. It's a very grapey kiss.
It's a
Not-
grapey
Not
kiss.
cool.
It's
Not a
not
cool
cool.
kiss
Not a
at
cool
all, Dick. It's not how you kiss a woman.
But
Ass
then,
wipe.
but then she grabs some kind of dagger, or a knife, and just stabs him like 10 times in the torso and drops him in the pit, and
That's the problem with the satanic death cult, Haas, is that there's knives everywhere.
yeah, and pulls the new ring, which is not the wedding ring, but the power ring.
The sigil ring.
Yeah, off of his finger as she falls. Oh, she uses the pen. She uses the blood pen.
Ah.
Yeah.
And was that given to us by a fan? How did you
Yes,
do
yes, it was Jenny. It was the B. Humes.
that? She uses the pen.
She uses the pen. I also love that the sequel takes place immediately following the first movie. The first 30 seconds of this movie is the end of the last movie.
Yeah.
And then
I like that
and then when you can tell that it's new footage, they made her look exactly the same as the last panel of that fucking movie. There wasn't a bit of makeup out of place. You couldn't even tell.
So, I did not see the first one, and I don't know how the hell I glanced over it. Probably because I was so happy about the cop dying, unhappy about the cop dying. She's getting out, right, and the sister has no idea what the fuck is going on, and she's like, what are you doing? And she's like, she understands that she's still in the game, so she's fucked, and she's wearing scrubs. She's like, there is no time, right? She's just letting her sister know how urgent this is for me to find clothes, and she puts on what I just knew were the clothes from the first movie, and the music comes on, and they fucking nailed it. Oh man, what a satisfying sequence that was when she puts on what I'm assuming is the dress from the first film.
Yeah, the bloody wedding dress and the yellow Chuck Taylors.
So awesome.
Yeah. And every time they ask her, "Do you have any questions?" she says,
Can I get a cigarette?
"Can I get a cigarette?" Oh, so good. All right, so she throws him in the pit. Titus is dead. She says out loud, for everyone's satisfaction, there's no rule against killing family members.
Yeah. Yes.
She then takes the power ring. I don't know if I don't know if she puts it on and monologues a little bit, but she definitely takes it and throws it into the pit of dead bodies and says, "Oh, somebody's got to be wearing it by dawn, or everybody in this cult dies." And so everyone at the wedding jumps into the pit, fights each other, kills each other in the pit. The lawyer just
jumping into the pit. It was great. It's like I'm going to just pull back the curtain and have you reveal yourselves to everybody and just see what just an absolutely naked, even the security guard.
Oh yeah,
right. The woman that was acting
as
the bouncer.
She was the bouncer from the beginning of the movie. She's in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. She jumps in there. She says 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes before sunrise. And then he closes the book and he goes to this weird elevator or maybe goes down a spiral staircase. But he's gone with his two little sidekicks. The three of them leave. And then her and the sister leave. Faith and Grace leave. And then you just hear the popping start because nobody got the ring on by dawn, and
Yeah.
the whole cult has now exploded in the basement of this hotel.
One other
Uh,
note, because this scene has an awesome thing with like some clock that you don't understand, some satanic clock coming
oh
together
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and assembling. This movie, it did, and there's no reason for me to say this because it's not going to add anything to the movie. This is just me being super super nitpicky. Undertone did a lot of things to make it cool. It like had creepy pictures and whatever. This movie did also really cool things. It put a mask on somewhat arbitrarily. It had a demonic clock somewhat arbitrarily. It did things that it didn't need to do just to up the level. But what this movie did that Undertone did not do, they backed it. They gave a shit. They did it right. They put money into it, and it was created by human beings. Just the five things that we need to see. This movie, like, I honestly want to give it an 8 because they cared and they gave a shit and they did a movie the old-fashioned good way. There's no AI. Yes, there are special effects. You can talk more about whether or not how much you caught of it was practical versus CGI,
It was a good
but
mix. It was a good mix.
it was this movie did a lot of things right and they gave a shit and they cared. So tip of the hats off to you, Mr. Director Mark, whatever your name is, and everybody else involved in making this movie. It was just, I thought this movie was excellent. Is it better? And I know I shouldn't ask this. Is it better than Send Help? Does it unseat the current?
Not for me.
The man said. The host said no.
Not for me. I loved it, and I love Samara Weaving.
So did I.
I thought the first one was better. I think Send Help is better. But this is a solid, like, it's like right there with Primate, and whatever else I gave a 7 to so far this year. It was better than Primate, but like, you know, Primate got a 7 too, but like for different reasons, right?
I thought I gave Primate a 6, and if I didn't, I should have.
I watched it again this week
you?
actually, and it was so much fun. I liked it better the second time. It was just a blast, a good slasher, and it's a monkey instead of a person, so it's just like, I don't know, it feels more real.
I thought about that monkey's hydrophobia, and getting rabies doesn't make you evil. You're not going to hit a button that says bad, 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 bad. But you know what? Maybe it does. Maybe you're just pissed, and maybe you're going to take some ownership. And yeah, you're bad, and you're going to hit the bad button a few times. So I actually forgave that button pressing in my head
Jenny
yesterday for no fucking reason driving back from Pennsylvania.
there you go. Jenny goes, except Primate sucked.
Is there any question I should be asking about Ready or Not 2, Ready or Not Here I Come, that we didn't ask?
I don't know. I have a nitpicky thing about the casting, but I don't really want to get into it.
Who pissed you off?
Nobody pissed me off. Okay. There are 4 women and really 5 that look alike and they get cast similarly, right?
Okay.
So we have Samara Weaving and Catherine Newton and
Blonde.
and McKenna Grace and Kiernan Shipka, okay? And then of course Margot Robbie, but we're gonna axe Margot Robbie right away because Margot Robbie really only looks like Samara Weaving. She doesn't really look like the other girls.
Okay.
So we take those 4 girls, and they're all in horror. They're all over the place in horror right now.
Okay.
I think Kiernan Shipka looks better as Samara Weaving's younger sister, whereas Catherine Newton could be the older sister to McKenna Grace's younger sister. So I think there's a movie where Catherine Newton and McKenna Grace are sisters in another universe, and Kiernan Shipka would have been better cast here as Samara Weaving's younger sister. I think
I'm going to stop the B-Humes from texting while driving. So they wanted to do a movie together, and then I think it's Searchlight who greenlit this movie.
I have no idea.
I think it was Blumhouse. I remember seeing Blumhouse in the beginning, thinking, "Oh, this is going to be good," or maybe that was a trailer. I don't know. But whoever owns Ready or Not, obviously came to Samara to do the sequel, and she wanted to do something
Searchlight.
with Catherine. So they said, "Hey, is there any way, we could do this sister movie with Catherine and make it part of the Ready or Not franchise. And that was part of the trivia that the B-Yums looked up after that I would never ever look up.
Oh, okay. So this,
So I think
I mean,
that had a big part of your
yeah.
sisterly casting
Hi,
the Buffalo.
friends that are actors want to work together. Who might have stopped you? I just think that it was a little bit physically amiss, and yeah, I think Kieran Shipka would have done, yeah, as good a job as Catherine. It would have been different. I'm not going to say one would have been better. I just think she would have looked better in the role as Samara's younger sister. Samara and Catherine Newton are the same age.
I thought they were like 4 years apart because I remember that I thought they were like 34 and 30, and that's why I was like, oh, well, that's why they made their characters 3 years apart. But I could be wrong.
I mean, 34 and 30 is the same age. Like they're not.
No, it's not.
They're not in different generations.
It's those are two very different ages. Haas, you and I are in the same movie, right? Who do we play?
In the same movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
First of all, which one of us are we brothers, cousins, villains, opposing forces?
Yeah,
I feel
don't
like you
know.
could be a sheriff. I feel like you could very quickly, very readily be a sheriff. And I feel I am the honest, upstanding, law-abiding citizen that gives you the key clue to help you solve the crime. Or do you see me as something else in the movie that you're casting?
Yeah, no, I'd have to put you in more of like a villain or villain sidekick role. Maybe maybe like a if Tim Curry, didn't have a stroke, right? But he just got old, right?
Yeah.
Like you could take like his work like that. You could be like Herkimer Homolka in the Congo requel 25 years later.
So I don't know
world.
what any of that is. I don't know if you're comparing me to the butler from Home Alone 2, the butler from Clue, the demon from Legend, or honestly the clown that still scares me to this fucking day in It. Who are you comparing me to, Haas? Exactly.
I just think that you look like Tim Curry. Like if you had a celebrity look-alike.
Oh.
Yeah.
I usually get Tom Green
Oh, yeah.
because of the facial expressions.
Maybe with the expressions, sure.
Yeah, I don't think I look like him at all.
Yeah. Jenny says that you would play a Jigsaw-like character. So she.
Jigsaw was a little person on the bike, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
saw?
Jigsaw. Well, that was his mascot. Yeah.
Okay.
He was the villain though.
Oh, he was that guy. He did voiceover work for The Flash. I know that guy.
Tobin
he was like
Bell?
The white guy, right?
Yeah, Tobin Bell.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, well, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
No insult.
Either way, we're both on the same page with a villain.
I'm a villain.
You're a villain.
I think I'm a complicated, nuanced, layered villain. I think I'm
okay.
a villain that you're going to enjoy. I'm like Denzel Washington in Training Day. I don't think I'm just a straight up mustache twisting villain.
You have an anti-hero story arc in you somewhere.
Yeah, I would say I'm like Thanos level. I'm a villain that you're going to be rooting for because you know what? My plan makes sense. And if you
Right.
just listen to me and
Sure.
do the hard work that nobody else is willing to do, omelets require the breaking of eggs, you selfish little fucks.
And on that note, I gave it a 7, and I'm the Hoss
The Haas from Basement
from
Media.
BasementMedia.Online.
.Online. I always mix that up. Stephen Anthony, DelcoStudios.com. I give it a 7 for Ready or Not 2. Go
right.
see it. It was awesome. Go,
All right,
go.
next week, They Will Kill You.
Oh, are you looking forward to that?
I am.
I don't know how I feel about this movie.
Well,
Like, I was excited for Undertone, and I was excited for Passenger, and because of Undertone, I'm not excited for Passenger. I'm actually a little afraid of Passenger. Because you could just tell, made on a budget,
yeah.
and now, fuck it, anything makes it to the movie theater, because that's not a big thing anymore.
Well, this is jazzy something. I don't know. That's what they keep saying to me every time I bring this movie up.
Is
Um,
Jazzy something?
yeah, I'm like, they will kill you next week, and they're like, yeah, Jazzy Bits. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Oh,
Who are these people that are saying this to you? Because that doesn't make any sense to me.
Zazie Beetz is the name of the actress. She
Oh,
played Domino in Deadpool 2.
she played a great Domino.
Oh,
So
Domino was my favorite character in Deadpool 2.
yeah,
She made the movie, I think.
yeah,
She was fantastic.
she was great in that, and I was out there buying 100 copies of X-Men #1 and X-Force #1 in that period of comics that absolutely killed comics. Literally, that's not hyperbole. Comic books are dead because of that bullshit. And then Domino comes along and she has luck powers. What the hell are those? And so yeah, Rob Liefeld, great job. But yeah, she was great, and her name is
Zazie
Zazie Beetz.
Beetz. Zazie Beetz. It also has
That's a weird
Patricia
name.
Arquette, Heather Graham, Tom Felton. This is a one like a one set kind of movie because it's in a hotel, but there are so many things in a hotel. So
There are a lot of things in a hotel, and is it kind of similar where
I don't think this is.
a hotel and then bam, she's chosen, and they're gonna come
Yeah,
after her?
yeah. I think this is gonna feel a lot like Ready or Not One. Unfortunately, I don't think it's good timing necessarily that this is coming out right now, but studios got to do what studios got to do. It's not going to affect my enjoyment of the movie. It might affect the film's outcome overall. It might hurt Ready or Not Part Two. There's a lot of things that putting out two
I mean,
movies with a very
yeah.
similar plot.
The bean counters definitely did not get along, and they did not pick up the phone and conference call each other and give each other a little bit of respect. Like, hey, you don't see the piranhas eating each other, right? But what I think it is going to do, I think it's going to create a space for a movie that has an original concept that is done well to get a little bit more of the spotlight because, okay, somebody's being hunted somewhere. Okay. Right.
Yeah, yeah. So and it's I think it's Satanists in this one too. So it's
Oh,
gonna really draw from that that story that it's a trope for a reason. It's good. 6 months from now, when we've not forgotten about Ready or Not Two, but it's not on the tip of our tongue, it might have been a
right.
better release. But either way, we'll be doing that next week. They will kill you.
Excellent. Excellent. Haas, thank you for this episode of the podcast for the recently deceased. I'm going to see how much peer pressure we can apply. Leave it down in the comments. Does Haas make it out tonight?
All right, I'll go.
Oh, he's going! He's going!
I'm going, but we're not coming back to my place to watch the movie. I'm coming home. I'm going to bed. We can watch
That's
the movie
the draw,
some
man.
watch
Whoa,
the
whoa,
movie
whoa,
some
whoa.
other time.
That's the draw. I'd rather you stay home and go fucking hungry, and I get to see the movie. This is about She Deserves to Live by Basement Media. This is not about you.
Okay, Jenny, because you're hiding something. All right, Jenny, if that is your real name.
If that is her name. I honestly never saw a driver license
Yeah.
or passport or anything.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, see you next time.
later, guys.